The next concept we are going to start appointment and remuneration of managerial personnel. Section 196 to section number 205. As I already said when we started with the directors, it take half the time of board powers as it is in the same way it is completed. This will be half the time of directors. Okay. This will take half the time of what we spent on directors. So technically 2.5 days we need to spend on this particular max maybe 2.5 days. So today whatever the session will be available, we will be completing definitions and basics. Tomorrow's session maximum portion we complete except schedule 5. Another 3.5 hours session we require to complete the schedule 5 concept. So maybe 2.5 days maximum it requires to complete this particular chapter. Okay. Once this is completed, this particular area, remaining all the chapters, 3 big chapters are still there. One is operation mismanagement, compromises arrangements, investigation. They will take maybe 70% time of MD provisions each chapter. Once that is completed, in one day we can complete 5 chapters. Small areas are there. 11 to 20 sections will be there, but each section will take hardly 5 minutes or 4 minutes type. Those are very small. Like that 81 sections are there, easy sections. Marks will come, 4 marks, 3 marks, like that it will come, but easy to understand and complete of the syllabus. Okay. Main content, first 6 chapters. In that we are into the third one. See there. Appointment and remuneration of managerial personnel. Section number 196 to section number 205. This is chapter number 13. First we started with chapter 12, meetings of the board and powers. Next we went to chapter 11, directors. Now we are coming into chapter number 13, managerial personnel and remuneration. Learning objectives. Definition of managing director. Definition of whole-time director. Definition of manager. Definition of officer. Definition of KMP. Procedure for appointment of MD, WTD and manager. Remuneration of managerial personnel. Calculation of net profits. Recovery of remuneration in certain cases. Power of company to fix limit on remuneration. Forms etc. to be filed with the CG. Compensation for loss of office 202. Appointment and remuneration of KMP 203. Secretarial audit for bigger companies 204. Functions of company secretary section 205. Schedule number 5. These are all the various concepts that we need to cover in this area called as managerial personnel and remuneration, or appointment and remuneration of managerial personnel. Okay. So 196 to 205. Technically there will be 10 sections and 5 concepts. So 15 concepts, 15 to 16 concepts will be there. Sections wise there are 10 sections totally. All the 10 are applicable for your exams as well. Okay. So these are all the learning objectives. First open the notes, copy it. Keep the heading appointment and remuneration of managerial personnel. Five to 8 marks is the marks you can expect from this area. Five marks to 8 marks you can expect from this area, managerial personnel and remuneration. Start writing the learning objectives. Completed. So these are all the various topics. Section number 196 to section number 205. These are all the various sections that will be made applicable for us for the examinations. Every topic inside the chapter is applicable, no deletions as whatsoever. So now, first we need to start with the definitions. The same, sir. Notes will be of the same kind. So various provisions with regard to the definition of whole-time director, definition of manager, definition of officer, KMP, and part 2. What are all the various topics that we can read? So this is how the breakup is. So each and every section will have its own chart. So we will draw all these things when we come to that particular concept. So let us now start off with the definitions once. So first one, keep the heading part 1 of chapter number 13, Managing Director. Managing Director. The characteristics of MD that we are going to study now. So before going into this, let me first show you the bare provisions, how they look like. See the screen. Section 2, clause 54 defines the term who is a managing director. So let us see what is the definition. Please see the screen and read, everyone. Start. Managing director means a director who, by virtue of the articles of the company or of an agreement with the company or resolution passed in its general meeting or by its board of directors, is entrusted with substantial powers of management of the affairs of the company, and includes a director occupying the position of a managing director by whatever name called. Explanation. For the purposes of this clause, the powers to do administrative acts of routine nature, when so authorized by the board, such as power to affix a common seal of the company to any document, or to draw and endorse any check on the account of the company in any bank, or to draw and endorse any negotiable instrument, or to sign any certificate of share, or to direct the registration of transfer of any share, shall not be deemed to be included within the substantial powers of management. This is what they said in the definition. Okay, 2 minutes. Read the definition first. Later we move on into the analysis. But read the bare act very carefully. May 2018 examinations, like 8 marks question came from the definition, read with section number 196. 2 questions, 4 marks they tested. So therefore, how it can be tested, I will show you. Please show some importance, read the definition properly. Definition of managing director. Okay, now completed. Okay, now answer. First thing, the basic characteristic to become a managing director, first he must be a, if you observe, there are three parts in this section. First part is a means, second part is a includes, third part is the explanation. These are the three parts. Managing director means a, includes a, and last but one line, like includes a director occupying the position of a managing director by whatever name called. Now, in what way I need to interpret? I should take this. So, do you know the difference between means and includes? Means represents what? Exhaustive definition, inclusive definition. Means only those will come or many things will come. Only those will come. Other than that, nothing has to be included into that when the word means is used. When the word includes is used, those are only certain examples given. It includes so many things. Okay, that's called as an inclusive, like a definition of person under income tax, etc. Now, in this, it is not means, it is not totally includes. Then how to interpret? First point, definition, beyond going into the definition, basic itself is confusing in nature. Tell me how to read. It should be taken as exhaustive, it should be taken as inclusive. Did you understand my question, everyone? Like this, these many definitions will be there in income tax. Means includes, include IAV. So many occasions you will find that. Do you know agricultural land means and includes entered? Rural agricultural land means and includes. Capital asset means and includes. Relative means include means okade. Next one. Double taxation avoidance treaty means and includes. So like that, in various occasions, these are randomly what comes into my mind. There are almost around 300 to 400 occasions in income tax also where they will use means and includes. So how to interpret means and includes? Only means exhaustive. Only includes means inclusive. Means and includes means how to interpret that? A question will arise or not, everyone? So the answer is, it should be read as exhaustive definition. Means it should be given a meaning of a means. So what does it really represent? I will explain. I will give an example rather than taking from the law. I will give an example. Chartered accountancy means a finance and law related course which includes financial reporting. What does it mean? It includes only accountancy. It includes only financial reporting. I repeat once again. Chartered accountancy means a finance related course. Okay? A finance related course or accountancy related course which includes financial reporting, I said. Means only financial reporting will be there. It is one of the inclusion. Answer, everyone. That means, answer my question. Chartered accountancy means finance related course which includes financial reporting. Okay? Now tell me, it includes only financial reporting, others also included. Ante botany, zoology, human anatomy, everything will be included. Includes ante first it should have its boundaries restricted to what? Finance. Means anedi finance and restrict cheste, includes are giving some examples in that finance. Likewise, whenever the term means and includes are used, managing director means a director. First he should be a director. Which kind of director? It also includes a director occupying the position of managing director by whatever name called. I will tell you the meaning when we come there. I repeat once again. See here. Chartered accountancy is a finance related course. Finance related course, and it includes financial report, and it includes for example corporate and economic laws. Means it includes only corporate economic laws. Corporate and economic laws is one of the inclusion. One of the inclusion inside that, but it is not the only thing, and the boundaries are restricted only to the finance related. Okay, whenever the term means and includes is used, always keep your mind active. It is only exhaustive, but in that exhaustive, just like that, chartered accountancy is a finance related course. If I tell like that, people will get the doubts, what are the subjects included? So as an example, I will tell financial reporting and taxation. If I tell like this, it will be an example can be given. Okay, so always whenever means and includes is used in the section, it should be interpreted as a means only. Means what? It should be exhaustive. Read the definition now. Managing director includes some means. Means what? Means a starting instance, sir. Managing director means a which kind of director? Who by virtue of articles of the company or an agreement with the company or resolution passed in its general meeting or resolution passed by its board of directors is entrusted with substantial powers of management of affairs of the company and includes a director occupying the position of managing director by whatever name called. I will explain every point inside this. Listen first. First thing is, managing director must first be a, how to become a director? Either under 160 or under 161 additional alternate etc. or under any other route. But 99.99% of the cases, MD will be coming only through 160 route. Do you know what is the reason? There will be permanency in the office. Additional director office will come to an end on. Additional director's office will come to an end on commencement of AGM. Alternate director's office will be end on return of original director. Casual vacancy, original director tenure. Nominee, you can't anyway appoint him as a managing director. Clear, everyone? So, if you appoint additional director as a MD, you can appoint, but the tenure will be very, very short. For the short tenure, so many procedural compliances will be there to become MD. You need not comply. So, therefore, 99% of the cases, a director here represents a director under section number 160. But there is no prohibition of additional director becoming MD. How additional director can become MD, I will explain you the provisions on that also. As of now, remember like this. Read. Managing director means a. Managing director means a. So, managing director means a director. Means, first he should be a. That means a resolution appointing him as a director should happen first. After that, resolution appointing him as a managing director should come. First, he is a director. Any kind of director. Okay. Sir, every director is a MD. Yeah? Managing director means a. Managing director means a. And every director is a managing director. That means some things should differ me from normal director to a managing director. Yes or no? That something is substantial powers of management of affairs of company. Simply substantial powers of management. So I repeat, normally you are a director. You are not an MD. But when the director is added with substantial powers of management, automatically he will get the status of what? Managing director. Now the question will arise. So through what substantial powers will come to him? Either through articles, or through agreement, or through resolution in a general meeting, or through resolution of the board of directors. I will give you an example to understand this. Who is an MD? MD means a who by virtue of what? Articles, agreement, resolution passed in the general meeting or resolution passed by is entrusted with what? Substantial powers of management. Is entrusted with substantial powers of management. That means as a normal director, you don't have those substantial powers. You will get those substantial powers only if you become a managing director. Okay, those additional powers what MD will get in a company are called as a substantial powers of management of affairs of a company. Sir, let me explain in a more clear format. First one, Managing director is a director. After becoming a director, you are not sumoto exercising substantial powers. You are entrusted. The word used is he is having the substantial powers, or it is entrusted powers. Ante believing you, some person have given you those powers. Who was that some person? Articles or agreement or resolution in a GM or resolution of the board of directors. They have given. I will give you an example. Answer this. 179 subsection number 3. Powers of board of directors to be exercisable only at a board meeting and not by RBC. It is there or not? What is the first power? Making calls on shares. Second one, buyback. Third one, issue of security. Kanisam DEF చెప్పండి. Clause D is borrow money. F, invest funds. Okay na? Next, E is invest funds. F is grant loan, give guarantee, provide any security in respect of a loan. Clear? D, E, F can be delegated or cannot be delegated. Who should delegate? By passing a resolution A, they should delegate to whom? Committee of Directors. Second one, that's what he is telling. You are entrusted with substantial powers of borrowing through a board meeting. Like that, sometimes general meeting will give you powers. At the time of appointment of MD itself, they have an agreement. All these are your powers. So therefore, listen carefully. MD means a managing director means a every director is managing director. Then what is added to him to make an MD? Yes, those substantial powers are sumoto exercised by MD? No, that should be entrusted to him. That should be entrusted to him. Entrusted from how many sources? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Resolution of a board of directors. Up to here, everyone clear? Okay. Now see the notes clearly. Read. First one. Section 2 clause 54 is having 3 parts. What is the first part? Characteristics of an MD. It uses the word means. Next one, deemed MD. It includes the words includes. And last one, substantial powers of management is explained through a explanation. Sir, we will read later. Part A. What are the characteristics of MD? MD must first be a which kind of director? 99% cases he will come through which route? 160 or sometimes any other director. Next one, independent director cannot be termed as a managing director. This is what we read in independent director section. The independent director section 149 subsection number 6 we read. Starting a independent director means any director other than managing director, whole time director, nominee director. Okay, independent director cannot be termed as a managing director. Next one. MD first he must be a not just a director. MD equal to director, every director will become MD. But what adds the flavor of an MD? Substantial powers of management. Those are exercised sumoto na entrusted. From how many sources? First one is AOA. Second one is MOA through agreements. That's called agreement and direct paper में रास्कोरो. That agreement will be attached to the MOA. And next one, resolution of a general meeting. Next one, resolution of the board of directors. By virtue of AOA, agreement, resolution, general meeting by board is entrusted with which powers? Substantial powers of management. Understood the first part, everyone in the class? First part understood clearly. Repeat, answer and then write. Ee roju na pedda expectations in lev. Just I want to complete the definitions in a perfect manner. Tell me, managing director means a who by virtue of resolution of the board of directors is entrusted with a dash substantial powers of management of affairs of a company. Okay na? Up to here clear everyone? Write down sir. Part A. Or else you do one thing. Entirely let us discuss, after that you can. So in a flow it will be completed. Let me complete remaining parts also. First part of definition, everyone understood the characteristics. Okay. Now answer my question clearly. See here. ఒకసారి చూడాలి. Please see the screen. Read. Answers keep it aside. Question you have to read. There is a entrusted with through what? Articles. But he is named as what? ఆయన ప్రెసిడెంట్ అని పిలుస్తున్నారు కంపెనీలో. ఈవెన్ ఇన్ ది డాక్యుమెంటేషన్ ఆఫ్ ద కంపెనీ హీ ఈస్ నేమ్డ్ యాజ్ వాట్? ప్రెసిడెంట్. వెరీ గుడ్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్. సెకండ్ కేస్, హీ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ సుమోటోనా త్రూ అగ్రిమెంట్సా? ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్ త్రూ అగ్రిమెంట్స్. ఓకే. నెక్స్ట్, హిస్ నేమ్ ఈస్ వైస్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ ఇన్ ద కంపెనీ. నెక్స్ట్, థర్డ్ కేస్, హీ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ interested or not interested? Interested. Who interested him? Shareholders say interested him. Okay, general meeting. But he is named as. Next one. He is interested with. Who interested the powers? Board of directors or a board meeting totally. Okay, named as what? In these four cases, first case la what is my name? First case la what is my name? Second case, third case, fourth case. In all these cases, my name is managing director, not a managing director. Answer, sir. Really, my name is not managing director. In the document of the company, in the first company, I will be called as MD. No, I will be called as what? President. In the second company, third company, fourth company, in none of the companies I am named as a managing director. But still you will be called as a managing director. Because whatever name called, name is not the criteria. Two questions are tested. Are you a director? Are you a director? Are you interested with SPM? That's all. You are an MD. Name is irrelevant for us. That's what the meaning of the term includes. A director occupying the position of a managing director by whatever name called. అంటే నేమ్ ఈజ్ రెలవెంటా, నాట్ రెలవెంటా? నేమ్ ఈజ్ అ డిసైడింగ్ ఫ్యాక్టరా, నాట్ అ డిసైడింగ్ ఫ్యాక్టరా? వాట్ ఈస్ అ డిసైడింగ్ ఫ్యాక్టర్? ఆర్ యు ఏ డైరెక్టర్ ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్ విత్ substantial powers of management? If both the conditions are satisfied, that's all, you will be called as a managing director. Everyone understood the concept? Reasoning understood, everyone? That's the meaning of deemed MD. Okay, read now. MD includes the position of managing director by whatever name called. Clear or not, sir, everyone? Examples to understand the inclusive definition. These are the examples. Summary. Read, sir. Summary. Entrusting a director with SPM is the criteria. Name is not the criteria. So, are you interested with SPM or not? Yes. That's all. You are called as a managing director subjected to entire provisions of chapter number 13. Or else, andre em chestar sir ite? If this is not there, what will happen? If I don't write like this, what will happen? They will give substantial powers of management to a person, to a director, and they will name him as a president. Since he is not an MD, he is not subjected to chapter 1300. To deviate the section, they will do the name. Therefore, law said that name is not the important factor. Are you a director? Yes. Are you interested with SPM? Yes, you are an MD. No, sir, my name is president, but for the company's sake, you are an MD. Name is not the criteria. This is the idea behind the concept. Hope everyone is having a clarity, right? Right on, sir. Keep the heading, part B, deemed MD. Right, okay. Then completely we can write at the last. Okay. So now, how many parts are there in the definition totally? 3 parts. What is the first part? Means, which defines the characters. Includes, says the deemed MD concept. And the last one is substantial powers of management. Everyone please see the screen once. Shall we continue? Let us see. For the purposes of this clause, the power to do administrative acts of routine nature when so authorized by the board, such as power to affix common seal. Power to affix common seal. Second one, draw and endorse any check. Simple words I will tell. You can see the screen in a simple language to understand. power to affix common seal, stamping, draw and endorse any check, draw and endorse any negotiable instrument, share certificate registration, clear, sign on the share certificate. These powers are substantial powers of management, are not deemed as substantial powers of management. చదువుకోండి సార్ ఒకసారి, 2 సార్లు చదివారు ఆల్రెడీ. యూ రెడ్ ఫర్ 2-3 times. Read again if you have a doubt. ఓకేనా? అంత స్కాన్ చేసి అంత ఏం లేదు అందులో. అంత చెప్పండి సార్. చేయాల్సింది చెయ్యం, ఇలాంటి లా స్కాన్ చేసుకుంటూ ఓవర్ యాక్షన్, అక్కడ అందులో ఏమీ ఉండదు. సో టెల్ మీ, పవర్ టు అఫిక్స్ కామన్ సీల్, డ్రా అండ్ ఎండోర్స్ ఎనీ చెక్, డ్రా అండ్ ఎండోర్స్ ఎనీ నెగోషియబుల్ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్, నెక్స్ట్ వన్, sign any share certificate, registration of transfer of shares. These powers are included into the substantial powers or not included? Adi sir, first one, don't give these powers to a director and tell these are substantial powers. Stamping powers don't give to a director and tell this is great substantial power. Hand painting power don't give to the MD. Second one, draw and endorse any check. Draw and endorse any check. The check signing power is a power given to a normal finance person. That power don't give to the managing director or a director and tell that this is a great substantial power. Signing of a check can be done also by the administrative staff. That need not be given to the MD. Okay? Draw and endorse any check. Sir, first a person became MD. Okay, company secretary came and said, sir, congratulations, you are appointed as MD, you have substantial powers of management. MD was eager to know, tell me what are my substantial powers. Sir, take this stamp, take those papers, stamp. He said, alright, this is a first day work of article assistant. What you are giving me? He started one stamp box, he has taken ink box, stamping started. After 1 hour, 1.5 hours, he is irritated and said, don't call these as substantial powers, sir. So give me another power. Company secretary said that, sir, I will give you next another power, sir. Check signing power. Check signing power. Check signing power. Yes, sir. So please give. He signed on 50-60 checks. After that he said, array, accountant is also doing along with me. He is also sitting along with me. He is talking about his family issues and he is also signing along with me. Entra ipudu naaku vadiki teda enti? Some difference chupichara. Gap ivara, gap ivu. So he said that, array, that accountant is also doing the same signing. I am also doing the same signing. Just the difference is I am a director, he is not a director. Show some difference. Then he said, sir, this time you will feel very, very happy. I will give you great power. Sign any share certificate and transfer of shares. He asked company secretary, what is this power? Sir, without your signature, no one will become shareholder in our company. Come again. Without your signature, no one can become member in our company. Really? Yes, sir. Meer santakam pettakapothe asalu members ఎవరు సార్ కంపెనీలో అన్నాడు. తీసుకు, ఇది పవర్ అంటే తీసుకురా, అక్కడ గ్రీన్ పెన్ పెట్టా తీసుకురా అన్నాడు. తీసుకొచ్చాడు, మొదలెట్టాడు. ఇన్ని పేపర్లు తీసుకొచ్చి ముందు పెట్టాడు. ఏంటి ఇవని అడిగాడు. ఇవే సార్ మీరు సైన్ చేయాల్సింది అన్నాడు. సార్ ఏదో నేను సైన్ చేయిస్తే కానీ లోపలికి రారు. పట్టుకొని ఫస్ట్ సిగ్నేచర్ ఈ హ్యాపీలీ సైన్డ్ అయిపోయింది. 30 అయింది, 40 అయింది. ఇంకో బస్తా తీసుకొచ్చాడు. అనదర్ బండిల్ ఆఫ్ పేపర్స్ కేమ్. 250 అయ్యాయి. ఆ తర్వాత ఒక ఈసీజీ లైన్ వెళ్తుంది ఇలా. ఏంటి సార్ సిగ్నేచర్ ఏదన్నాడు. సారీ టు ఆస్క్ యూ, దిస్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఏ సబ్స్టాన్షియల్ పవర్. గివ్ మీ సమ్ అదర్ గుడ్ పవర్. దిస్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో నాట్ ఏ ప్రాపర్ పవర్. సింప్లీ టు అండర్స్టాండ్, ఏదో మీకు అర్థం కావడానికి చెప్పా కానీ, బట్ రియల్లీ ఇంటెన్షన్ ఆఫ్ లా ఈజ్ లైక్ దిస్. పిచ్చి పిచ్చి పవర్స్ అని ఇచ్చి సబ్స్టాన్షియల్ పవర్స్ అంటే ఇంత ఎగరేస్తా అంతా అన్నాడు. పవర్ షుడ్ బి ఏ రియల్ సబ్స్టాన్షియల్ పవర్. యాజ్ ఎ నార్మల్ డైరెక్టర్, యాజ్ ఎ నార్మల్ పర్సన్, యూ షుడ్ నాట్ బీ ఇన్ ఎ పొజిషన్ టు ఎక్సర్సైజ్ సచ్ పవర్. అలాంటి పవర్స్ ఏమైనా ఉంటే ఇవ్వు. నాట్ దీస్ చిల్లర్ పవర్స్, స్టాంపింగ్ పవర్స్, ఓకే, సైనింగ్ షేర్ సర్టిఫికెట్, అరే అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటివ్ స్టాఫ్ పవర్స్. ఇది షేర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ ఏజెంట్ విల్ బి దేర్ అపాయింటెడ్ బై డిపాజిటరీ, దట్ పర్సన్ విల్ డూ దిస్. ముఖేష్ అంబానీ రావాలా దానికోసం? Did you understand? NSDL, CDSL, clerical staff will do that. Signing share certificate. For that, Mukesh Ambani should come and sign on your share certificate. So not required. Common seal affixing, draw and endorse any check, draw and endorse any other negotiable instrument like bills of exchange, promissory notes. Okay, signing on share certificate, registration of transfer of shares. These are substantial powers of management, or not substantial powers of management. అరే ఆన్సర్ ఎవ్రీవన్. అవి సార్ అదర్ అంటే లా డిఫైన్ వాట్ ఆర్ సబ్స్టాన్షియల్, లా డిఫైన్ వాట్ ఆర్ నాట్ సబ్స్టాన్షియల్. Did you understand the definition? Really substantial powers of management is defined or not defined as a positive note. Substantial powers of management means like that he defined. He said that which are not included into the substantial powers of management. Understood everyone? Read and tell. Those 5 powers: common seal affixing, endorsement of checks and negotiable instrument, share certificate, transfer of share certificate, those will be included into the substantial powers. Those are not substantial powers. Deemed kuda panikiravu substantial gavi. Not even to deem them as substantial, those are not capable of. Clear everyone? So now answer my question. Law defined what are substantial, law defined what are not substantial. చూసే చెప్పండి సార్. లా డిఫైన్ వాట్ ఆర్ సబ్స్టాన్షియల్ ఆర్ లా డిఫైన్ వాట్ ఆర్ నాట్ సబ్స్టాన్షియల్? హౌ మెనీ ఆర్ దేర్ వాట్ ఆర్ నాట్ సబ్స్టాన్షియల్? చెప్పండి సార్, ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి? ఫస్ట్ వన్ సమ్మరైజ్ చేసి చెప్పండి. ఫస్ట్ వన్ కామన్ సీల్, సెకండ్ వన్ చెక్స్, థర్డ్ వన్ నెగోషియబుల్ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్, ఫోర్త్ వన్ సైనింగ్ ఆన్ షేర్ సర్టిఫికేట్, లాస్ట్ వన్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ ఆఫ్ షేర్ సర్టిఫికేట్. దీస్ 5 ఆర్ సబ్స్టాన్షియల్ ఆర్ నాన్ సబ్స్టాన్షియల్. Other than these, remaining will become substantial power. Like for example, purchasing powers are there. Which powers? Purchasing powers. Listening everyone? Purchasing powers given to a director. Those becomes which power? Substantial powers of management. Like this also you should not think. You see the words clearly. He used the word asalu gaadu, such as. Ide twist. Idi da ee section lo twist. The word used is such as. Whenever the law uses the word such as means for example. మీకు జిఎస్టీలో క్యాపిటల్ అసెట్ డెఫినేషన్లో వస్తుంది. మోటార్ వెహికల్ డిఫైన్ చేస్తూ మోటార్ వెహికల్ చాసీ నెంబర్స్ డెఫినేషన్లో దే విల్ డిఫైన్ చాసీ నెంబర్ 6532 such as అని వాడతాడు. Such as, whenever it comes in any act in India, such as represents a for example. ఈ 5 ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ మాత్రమే. దోస్ 5 ఆర్ ఓన్లీ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్. పవర్ టు అఫిక్స్ కామన్ సీల్, డ్రా అండ్ ఎండోర్స్ ఎనీ చెక్, డ్రా అండ్ ఎండోర్స్ ఎనీ నెగోషియబుల్ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్, ఓకే, registration of transfer of shares, signing any share certificate shall not be deemed to be included within అన్నాడు. These should not be included. Like this, there are so many others. Those also not to be included. The words used are such as. Moreover, the beginning lines, power to do administrative acts of routine nature will also not being substantial powers. మీరు చాలా లూజ్గా చదువుంటారు డెఫినేషన్ని. వాట్ ఈజ్ సబ్స్టాన్షియల్ పవర్స్ ఆఫ్ మేనేజ్మెంట్? డిఫైండా నాట్ డిఫైండా చెప్పాలి. Power to do administrative acts of routine nature. Power to do administrative acts of routine nature will be substantial or not substantial? అందులో కొన్ని ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్. వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ నౌ? గివ్ సమ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఆఫ్ పవర్ టు డూ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటివ్ యాక్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ రొటీన్ నేచర్. పవర్ టు అఫిక్స్ కామన్ సీల్, డ్రా అండ్ ఎండోర్స్ ఎనీ చెక్. ఇప్పుడు డౌట్ సార్, పవర్ టు డూ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటివ్ యాక్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ రొటీన్ నేచర్, there can be hundreds of administrative acts of routine nature, but they selected how many? ఈ లోకంలో ఉండండి సార్ కొంచెం. నేను మళ్ళీ చెప్తున్నా ఇంకోసారి, ఐఎమ్ రిపీటింగ్ వన్స్ అగైన్, ప్లీజ్ బీ ఇన్ దిస్ వరల్డ్. యువర్ ఐస్ సేస్ దట్ యు ఆర్ నాట్ ఇన్ దిస్ వరల్డ్. మొహంలో కొట్టొచ్చినట్టు కనిపిస్తుంది కొంతమంది మొహంలో మబ్బు, అది వదిలించుకొని ఇక్కడ కూర్చోండి ప్లీజ్. ఐఎమ్ వెరీ సీరియస్ అబౌట్ దట్. క్లాస్ వినేటప్పుడు మాత్రం వినాల్సిందే, దెర్ ఇస్ నో ఆప్షన్ అవైలబుల్. లేదంటే యూ కెన్ గో, బట్ కూర్చున్నానంటే మాత్రం ఐ ప్రెజ్యూమ్ దట్ యూ విల్ లిసన్ అని నేను అస్సలు అన్ను. ఓకే, ఫిజికల్లీ ఐ షుడ్ సీ దట్ యు ఆర్ లిసనింగ్. సో ప్లీజ్ టేక్ కేర్, లిసన్ కేర్ఫుల్లీ. I repeat once again, power to do administrative acts of routine nature will be deemed as substantial or not substantial. Kada, in that some examples are given. How many examples are there? 5 examples. Common seal, drawing and any check like that. 5 examples he has given. These 5 are substantial or non-substantial. These are the only non-substantial examples. Examples only, such as annadu vadu. So machuki konni. Oh, na 5 examples ichchadu. Sir, why only these 5? He can also take others, purchase of something like that. He can take. Why he selected only these 5? These 5 are administrative acts of routine for any kind of company. Take Tata Iron and Steel, take Infosys, take any company. These 5 are administrative routine acts in any company in world, not India, world. Common seal affixing will be there for every company. Check signing is every company. Bills of exchange and other negotiations for every company. Shares will be there in every company. These are classic examples which applies to any one company. All the companies are. Sir, purchase of software or development of a software or some other small things relating to software may be administrative for Infosys, not for Tata Iron and Steel company. Clear or not? Therefore, I can't take those examples. Purchase of small software, automatically it becomes important task for Tata Iron and Steel Company Limited. But it is administrative act for whom? Infosys. Therefore, I can't take other examples. I should take such examples which are common for every company as an administrative act. Common seal affixing is administrative act for TCS, technical act for Infosys. Infosys incorporated to affix common seal. Infosys will incorporate to affix common seal. Kaadu kada. So therefore, try to understand. It's not a technical task. It's an administrative task for every company. So therefore, try to understand clearly to the point. Tell me, what is substantial power of management? Defined? Not defined. So tell me, what is not substantial? Power to do administrative acts of routine nature shall not be treated as substantial powers of management. In that, give 5 examples. అన్నప్పుడు అవి చెప్పాలి లిస్ట్. అంతేగాని వాట్ ఆర్ నాట్ సబ్స్టాన్షియల్ పవర్స్ ఆఫ్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ అనగానే పవర్ ఆఫ్ కామన్ సేల్ బ్రాండ్ రెస్పెక్ట్ సర్టిఫికేట్ అన్నారు అనుకోండి, కుట్టి అవతల పడేస్తాడు. 4 అంటే ఖచ్చితంగా కొట్టేస్తాడు. ఎందుకంటే ఆ 5 సబ్స్టాన్షియల్ పవర్స్ కానివి కాదు, అవి కొన్ని ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ మాత్రమే. Those are all some examples only. Those are not the total list. It's called as a illustrative list. ఏమంటారు సార్ వాటిని? అంటే ఏంటి? వాట్ యు మీన్ illustrated list? Illustrated list means these are some examples illustrated. There are so many other things also that can come depending on the nature of your company, right? So read this part C. What is that? Substantial powers of management. Read, sir. Power to do administrative acts of routine nature shall not be deemed to be included within the term substantial powers of management. In that, such as, read, power to affix common seal, draw and endorse any check, draw or endorse any negotiable instrument, signing a share certificate, registration of share transfer. These all examples of substantial or non-substantial. That's all. Everyone understood the concept clearly, sir? Okay. Key point, miscellaneous. See here. ఇంక ఇది బేర్ యాక్ట్లో లేనివి, అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ద బేర్ యాక్ట్ అనాలిసిస్ పాయింట్స్. ఓకే, ఈవెన్ వీటిలో సగం మీకు తెలిసినవే ఉంటాయి, సగం కాదు 90% తెలిసినవే ఉంటాయి. స్టార్ట్. ఫస్ట్ వన్, ఎండి కెన్ బి ఎనీ డైరెక్టర్. 160 అవ్వచ్చు, ఎడిషనల్ అవ్వచ్చు, హీ కెన్ బి ఎనీథింగ్. హ్యాస్ ఏ, ఇది నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తా వినండి సార్. సార్ లిసన్, co-terminus office. The relationship between managing director and the director should be like, okay, bogie and engine. Engine is director, bogie is managing director. Bogie ఉంటుంది కదా, కంపార్ట్మెంట్. Engine is director. compartments are managing directors. Okay, listen. వినండి సార్, ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నేను అంత పిచ్చిగా ఇలస్ట్రేషన్ తీసుకోలేండి, వినండి. ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్, క్యాన్ ఇంజిన్ రన్ ఇండిపెండెంట్లీ వితౌట్ కంపార్ట్మెంట్స్? నో. ఎవరది అతుక్కుని వచ్చేసింది అంటే పుట్టడమే. క్యాన్ ఇంజిన్ రన్ ఇండిపెండెంట్లీ వితౌట్ కంపార్ట్మెంట్స్? కెన్ డైరెక్టర్ బీ దేర్ వితౌట్ ఎండి? దట్ మీన్ వితౌట్ మేనేజింగ్ డైరెక్టర్ ఓన్లీ డైరెక్టర్షిప్ ఉండొచ్చా? నెక్స్ట్, క్యాన్ ఏ ట్రైన్ రన్ విత్ ఇంజిన్ అండ్ కంపార్ట్మెంట్? కెన్ కంపార్ట్మెంట్ రన్ ఇండిపెండెంట్లీ? ఎండి అలాంటి వాడే, కంపార్ట్మెంట్ లాంటి వాడు. ఇంజిన్ తగిలించకపోతే పరిగెత్తలేడు. ఆ ఇంజిన్ ఏంటి అది, అందుకు మేనేజింగ్ డైరెక్టర్ మస్ట్ ఫస్ట్ బి ఏ డైరెక్టర్. ఇంజిన్ లేకపోతే నీ కంపార్ట్మెంట్లన్నీ వేస్టే. దట్ మీన్స్ వాట్ యూ షుడ్ అండర్స్టాండ్, once you are removed as a director, automatically you are removed as a managing director. Engine remove చేస్తే ఇంకా compartment how they can move? Same thing. So the relationship between director and managing director should be like fisherman కాదని మీకు ఒకసారి చెప్పా. So it will be having a link of what? Engine and compartment. Okay, engine can run independently, directorship can run independently, compartments can't run independently unless attached to engine. Here also compartment, director, managing directorship can't run independently unless and until it is a co-terminus and attached to directorship. So therefore, see here, has a co-terminus of it's a co-terminus, both runs parallelly ani. Okay, that's called as a co-terminus. The term of MD and term of director are co-optive. Rendu kalisi vellalsindi. Start. First appointment is director, second appointment MD, validity is valid. First I want to make him a MD. Possible or not possible? Not possible. That's why valid or not valid? Not valid. Why? Without becoming a director you can't. That's all. Next, third one, I am removed as a director, can I continue as a MD? No. Removed as a, and I am a director but removed as MD, can I continue as a director? Yes. That's called as a co-terminus office. Next, MD can be either rotational on. I told you this point already. There is no section saying clearly that MD is rotational, MD is not. There is no section saying that. Therefore, MD can be either rotational or non-rotational. Next, as a director, term need not be limited. Answer, sir. 160 is there anything said that term of a director should be 5 years, 6 years, 7 years like that? No. 8 years kuda appoint avutunnaru chala companies lo, 9 or 10 years like that. In that 10 years they are subjected to rotation. That's entirely different story. That 10 years ka point aithe every 3 years I will come and stand before the AGM or not? Yes, that will be happening. Term will be 10 years, but MD term can't exceed 5 years. Director you can be even for 12 years, no problem. But as a MD you can continue only for how many years? 5 years after again reappointment. After again reappointment, no cooling for MD. Continuously he will be rolling out procedure. So what is that procedure? We will see in section 196. But as of now, remember this point. Read, as a director, term need not be limited. But MD cannot get appointed for more than 5 years. Unla, more than 5 years at one time. Last one. MD shall be considered as a KMP. MD shall be considered as a KMP. So this is all the notes regarding the concept of a managing director. Okay. So please write the notes. Sir, first writing notes is a part. Understood the definition clearly? ఒక్కసారి నేను సాటిస్ఫై లాగా అడిగిన క్వశ్చన్స్ అన్ని ఆన్సర్ చెప్పి రాసేసేయండి. ఫస్ట్ వన్, మేనేజింగ్ డైరెక్టర్ మస్ట్ బి ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్ విత్ substantial powers of management and includes whom inside that? Director occupying the position of managing director by whatever name called. What do you mean by substantial powers of management? Defined or not defined? What is defined? Non-substantial powers are defined. What are not substantial? Power to do affix common seal. Administrative acts of routine nature. In that, what are the examples? Common seal, check, negotiable instrument, share certificate transfer, share certificate registration. Okay, these are included into SPM or not included? That's all. This is the meaning of the term managing director. Please read, sir. Write down. Did you write the first one? Characteristics. ఏది రాయలేదుగా? Okay, write down. So when you are writing the third one, write down only the first one. Second again don't write. It's a repetition. Did you understand? Substantial powers of management, down arrow entrusted. AOA, MOA or through agreements, resolution in GM, resolution by board of directors. That's all enough. It was a repetition by virtue of articles again. Don't write this content. Completed this one. This page content completed, everyone? Okay, write down next one. Part B. Deemed MD concept. So completed writing part C. రాయలేదా? ఓకే. Completed everyone? So with this, we first completed first definition. What is the first definition we completed? Definition of a managing director. Okay. Next one. Make it fast, please. So completed. Next one. See here. I'll ask you one regarding the definition, some basic analysis. Tell me the answers properly. See the screen once. See here. A person is a director. In the brackets, if I write 4, it means entrusted with substantial powers from any of the 4 sources. Okay, entrusted. Tell me, is he MD? Well, everyone. Yes. Next. Director. Without entrusting substantial powers, generally he is exercising the powers. Is he a MD? He is a director. Really, he don't have any entrusted substantial powers. What he is doing in the company, all substantial powers he is exercising directly without getting entrusted. Can we call him as a MD? Answer, sir, everyone. You cannot call him. Because the definition, we use the word means. Both the conditions must be satisfied. First one, he must be a. By virtue of any of the 4 sources, he should be entrusted with substantial powers, or else he is not an MD. This is a lacuna, loopholes inside the definition. See that. Next one, third example. I'm a director. I'm a director exercising substantial powers of management. Okay, exercising substantial powers of management without any entrusting from any of the 4 sources, and I am named as president. Am I a MD or not? No. Very good. Nisanga kuda no. Answer is no. Number 4. I am not a director. I am not a director. Means I am only just a individual. Only a substantial powers of management are entrusted to him. Can you call him a MD now? Why? First, he is not a director. Okay, not an MD. So there are so many situations where a person can escape the definition or not. Answers are everyone. Okay, now answer. So these are all the 4 typical cases that we can analyze. In these 4 cases, like MD, one person is exercising substantial powers in your company, but he is not called as a managing director. Students, I repeat, in these 4 cases, a person is not falling in the last 3 cases. A person is not falling into the criteria of MD, but he could exercise the powers like an MD or not. Answer, everyone. In these 3 cases, a loophole is there. You can be a MD powers, you can exercise powers like an MD, but you will not be attracted by the definition of MD. Am I clear or not? In all these 3 cases, he will be called as a manager. Ala manager definition vachindi. So how the definition of manager came out? Why it came out? Whenever you try to deviate the provisions of managing director, immediately which catches you? Ante. In reality, no company manager will be there. If you try to deviate MD provision, automatically who will come? Manager will come and stand in place. అందుకే మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా మేనేజర్ అనే పొజిషన్ వినరు. MD you will listen outside. Ratan Tata, Mukesh Ambani, whoever the great people are in the companies, you will hear the word managing director, whole time director, CEO. Like that we will listen. Manager means sales manager, purchase manager, we will listen. But these persons are sales manager, purchase manager, manager as per Companies Act. So let us see who he is. Let us see who he is. Manager. చూడండి అక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ డెఫినేషన్ ఇచ్చారు. నీడ్ ఫర్ మేనేజర్ కాన్సెప్ట్. నీడ్ ఫర్ టెల్ మీ సార్ ఎవ్రీవన్. ఫస్ట్ ఐఎమ్ ఏ substantial power. Derived sumotona. Derived means interested. Okay. He is an MD or not an MD? MD. Second case, I am a exercising SPM or derived SPM? MD or not an MD? Not an MD. Next one, I am a exercising SPM or derived SPM? Now MD or not an MD? Why not an MD? He is not a director. In the second case, why not an MD? Because it's not derived powers. Next one, fourth one, I am a exercising substantial powers. MD or not an MD? Fifth case is very, very peculiar. I am a exercising. First incident. I am a derived exercising. Exercising what? And I am named as MD. Then MD and will start under. Now I will become MD. No, I will be called as a manager. Clear or not, everyone? So this is the idea, sir. In all the last 4 cases, I may not be called as an MD, but I will be called as a manager. Okay. So see here. Let's see the definition now. 53. Everyone read. Manager means an individual. First word say disclaimer. Start. Manager means an. Which type of individual? Individual who, subject to the superintendent's control and the direction of the board of directors, has the management of whole or substantial. Sir, here, entrusted unla. Evanadu? Has. That means even though it is not entrusted, if you are having the powers, you will be called as a manager. Entrusted from articles. Chudna akkade ununda. Entrusted from articles, agreement, resolution, GM. It is there or not there? That means exercising SPM, entrusted with SPM. In that case, you will fall under the category of manager. Read. Manager means an individual who, subject to the superintendent's control and direction of board of directors, has the management of the whole or substantially the whole of the affairs of a company and includes a director or any other person occupying the position of a manager by whatever name called, whether under a contract of service or not. Read it once. Okay. Clear, everyone? See here. So manager need not be a. So manager can be a. That's all. He is having substantially the whole of the affairs of a company and includes a director or any other person occupying the position of a manager. Sir, what do you mean by director or any other person? See there. In the second case, director occupying the position of manager by whatever name called is number 5. Okay. So name is irrelevant. First thing I will ask you only 2 characters. Are you a individual? Are you a individual? In how many cases he is individual here? 5 కేసెస్లో డైరెక్టర్ మస్ట్ బి ఇండివిజువల్ ఫస్ట్. ఏడ్చినట్టుంది మీ అనాలిసిస్. డైరెక్టర్ మస్ట్ బి ఏ ఇండివిజువల్. In the remaining cases, he is only an individual without having a directorship. Okay. So in these last 3 cases, I may not be called as an MD, but I will be called as a, okay. Generally, substantial powers are exercised by whom? Generally, substantial powers of management are exercised by whom? Entrusted to whom? Managing director. But I can call him managing director only if it is entrusted. In the second case, I am a second case la, I am a director. SPM entrusted, I become a SPM entrusted. SPM exercising, entrusted, without entrusting exercising. That means I am entrusted with SPM, I am in the position of MD or manager. Exercising కాదు, entrusted with SPM, I am carrying the position of MD or manager. Exercising SPM, I am carrying the position of a, అదే వాడు చెప్పింది. సెకండ్ వన్, డైరెక్టర్ ఆక్యుపైయింగ్ ద పొజిషన్ ఆఫ్ ఎ మేనేజర్ బై వాట్ ఎవర్ నేమ్ కాల్డ్. Okay, second case I am not called as an MD because I can be called as an MD only if the SPM are derived SPM. Here I am exercising directly without any deriving from any of the 4 sources. Now I will be called as a manager but not as a managing director. So managing director, whenever you try to deviate the provisions, there is another section to catch us within the clutches of the definition, and that definition is called as a manager. Yes sir, write down. Second the definition, Jones, small definition only. Read. Manager means who has whole or substantial the whole of the management, includes a individual or a director occupying the position of manager by whatever name called. This is the main structure of the definition. But you need to understand one thing, co-terminus office will not be there. That means, can a director become a manager? Removed as a director, can I continue as a manager? Removed as a manager, can I continue as a director? Not a director, can I become a manager? Not a manager, can I become a director? Yes, everything is possible. That means there is a co-terminus applicability or no? No. Co-terminus office applicability is only to whom? Managing director, not to the managers. And these people are not sales manager, purchase manager. వాళ్ళని ఏమంటారు తెలుసా? Functional managers అంటారు. These people are not functional managers. These are executive managers. Write down, sir. Completed? So once you have written this, next definition, number 3, whole-time director. Section 2, clause 94. Definition of whole-time director, section 2, clause 94. Section 2, clause 94. What is the definition? Definition of the term whole-time director. So let us understand what is the definition of the term whole-time director by reading the analysis. So section 2, clause 94 will be discussing about the whole-time director. Yes, this is the one. Please read, sir, everyone. Whole-time whole-time director. Read. Whole-time director includes a director in the whole-time employment of the company. That's our one-line answer. What is the whole-time director? Means includes this is the only way, one of the way. Means what? First one. See here. Generally, directors are of two types, as I already said to you at the independent directors concept discussion. Executive and non-executive, active and passive. Those who come to the company every day are called as executive. Those who comes only to the board meetings are non-executive directors. Clear, everyone? We are talking about whom? Executive directors now. Sir, in this entire chapter we majorly discuss about what? Executive directors. Okay. Whole-time director is a normal director, executive director. Pairlo on the whole-time director means he is a director and also having a employment. How that employment is? Whole-time employment. Therefore, a director, if he is in whole-time employment of the company, then we can call him as a whole-time director. Or reverse case also we can apply. I am a finance manager in the company. I am a finance manager. I am a director, not a director. Not a director. I am a finance manager, whole-time, full-time employee in that particular company. Seeing my performance, board of directors thought that it will be good for the company if I enter into the board of directors. Therefore, what they have done, under 160, they made me a director. I repeat, first I am a manager. That means I have a capacity of director, employee, full-time employee. After becoming employee, they found some characters which suit for the board. Nomination Remuneration Committee proposed me to the board of directors. They appointed me under 160. Already I am a in which employment? Full-time employment. Now I was appointed as a immediately become whole-time director finance. Always remember, whole-time director can't be there for entire company. Whole-time directors will be sectoral powers. Whole-time director finance, whole-time director accounts, whole-time director human resource, whole-time director operations, like that it will be. 4 or 5 categories of whole-time directors will be there. So whole-time director is includes a director in the whole-time employment of company. That is one way. First you become a director, later you get the employment whole-time, you will be called as whole-time director. There is also another route available. First you become a which kind of employee? Which kind of employee? Full-time employee. After that you are appointed as a, automatically I will call you as a whole-time director for that particular division where you are working. Clear or not, everyone? Okay, this is a point, sir. So read, whole-time director includes a director in whole-time employment of a company. Sir, but one thing common between MD and WTD. What is the common feature? MD ki WTD ki, what is the common feature? First executive directors. Next common feature, both are co-terminus offices. Whole-time director means first I should be a director. There should be director's office first. Okay, that means first I become employee. Later I become a director. No problem. Like MD, he is not telling whole-time director means a director. He didn't tell like that. Employment should be there. Directorship must be there. This employment should be whole time. Then you will be called as a whole-time director. However, if you are removed as a director, can I call you as a whole-time director after that? No. See here, that's what I have written here. Read, sir. Definition of whole-time director. Read. A whole-time director includes a director in the whole-time employment of a company. But that itself is not enough. Let's make a simple analysis. Modes of becoming whole-time director. Mode 1, first appointed as a, next nominated as a. Mode 2, first appointed as a, next appointed as a. That's all. These are the two modes available. Number 2, whole-time director also have a coextensive office. Whole-time director may be rotational or non-rotational. Same maximum tenure cannot exceed 5 years. Same whole-time director is also a KMP. But last one, whole-time director shall have the sectoral powers. Remaining all the features are similar to that of managing director. Write down, sir. Keep the heading definition of whole-time director. So complete up to here. Write down. Completed? So completed writing, everyone. So with this we completed 3 basic definitions in this area. How many definitions are there totally? 5. Number 1, managing director, completed. Number 2, whole time director, completed. Number 3, manager, completed. What is the number 4? Officer. Number 5 will be KMP. Those definitions we will see in the next class. Okay. Because time is not enough, I have to explain this concept of officer. Later the KMP concept also we need to read. After that we go into part 2 of chapter number 13. So entirely a different ball game altogether. That we will go in the next class. Okay. Sir, anyway, sir, everyone, up to here whatever we discussed in the MDWTD concept, clear everyone in the class? We completed definition of managing director, definition of whole time director, and definition of manager. Okay. Next class we will continue with the remaining parts. Thank you.